do you get, the right student to get the right and most suitable scholarship?
There are various things which we can do based on our experience of managing hundreds of scholarship programs.
So one such way is mentoring.
Timely application submissions, documents, and applying for various scholarships, the chances is very high. Education without empathy or ethics is no education at all.
Welcome to KEF KAARVAAN, the podcast series from Kotak Education Foundation. Today, I have the privilege of being in conversation with Ashutosh Burnwal, the scholarship man of India. Ashutosh is the founder and CEO of Buddy4Study, the aggregator. This is a scholarship platform that gives scholarships across India to over thousands of students. Ashutosh was inspired to build this platform on account of his own journey as a student struggling for financial aid. Today, we will delve upon education, access, and impact, the future of scholarships in India. Welcome, Ashutosh. It's a pleasure to have you with us today.
Thank you, Arati ma'am, and it's equally pleasure and honor for me to be on this show and look forward to today's conversation.
Absolutely. If I'm not mistaken, Buddy4Study, the platform has crossed over 1 lakh scholars. 13 years ago, when you embarked or started on this journey, was this really a milestone that you thought you could cover?
So, to start with, basically 13 years back, I was a student of MBA, first year student. So, zero experience about scholarship, zero knowledge about scholarship world, no idea about how a company formed and built, no backup in terms of money कि अगर मुझे टीम हैंडल करनी है, टीम बिल्ड करनी है. So no experience, no knowledge about scholarship, no experience about entrepreneurship, and also no godfather. So definitely I will say confidence तो थोड़ा हिला हुआ था, but yes एक hope and I will say एक belief था कि हाँ ये एक ऐसा problem statement है जिसको solve करना चाहिए. मैं नहीं करूँगा, किसी और को करना चाहिए, but किसी को तो करना चाहिए कि इंडिया में इतने scholarships हैं लेकिन उसकी जानकारी अवेयरनेस स्टूडेंट्स में कम है. तो आज 13 साल बाद अगर कोई मुझसे पूछ रहा है कि हाँ Buddy4Study स्टार्टिंग में तुम बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट है, तो मैं कहूँगा बिल्कुल भी नहीं.
तो मैं भी एक छोटी सी बात बताना चाहूँगी अपने बारे में. मैं क्यों आई एजुकेशन के अंदर. फ्रॉम अ वुमेन लीडर इन कोटक महिंद्रा बैंक, सीनियर लीडर थी, एक पर्सनल रीज़न से एक ब्रेक लेना पड़ा. तब मैंने सोचा ये मैं इस मुकाम तक कहाँ से पहुँची, वॉट रियली गॉट मी हियर. सो it was completely dedicated to the education that I got. And believe you me, my entire education is thanks to Government of India. My father was in a government job. And right from Kendriya Vidyalaya to my MBA Finance, school से लेकर MBA Finance तक, पूरा का पूरा Government of India ने sponsor किया. Girl child की भी तो privilege थी. So that is what got me thinking that how do I give back? The level I have reached, how can I ensure that every single child in India gets that opportunity? And Kotak Foundation was the place to enter, and scholarship seems to be the next level of my journey. Yeah.
बहुत बहुत बधाई हो. I think अगर आपको सब इतने सपोर्ट नहीं मिला होता तो आज शायद हम कोटक एजुकेशन फाउंडेशन के थ्रू इतने सारे हजारों स्टूडेंट्स को सपोर्ट नहीं कर पा रहे होते.
Correct, sir. But entrepreneur तो आप हैं. What was your vision when you started on this? और कोई पर्सनल स्टोरी बताना चाहेंगे जो जिसके कारण आप इस विजन और इस जर्नी में आपने कदम रखा?
सो मैं सबसे पहले तो ये कहूँगा कि एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप माय रोल करियर नहीं था. इट इज़ मोर लाइक द प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट, और ये प्रॉब्लम स्टेटमेंट MBA डेज से नहीं था, ये इनफैक्ट मेरे स्कूल डेज से कनेक्ट करता है. तो मैं धनबाद झारखंड से आता हूँ. मेरे बहुत माता पिता नॉन मैट्रिक हैं. पापा 5 तक पढ़े थे, मामा 6 तक पढ़ी थी. हम 4 भाई हैं. हमसे 2 बड़े भाई, एक छोटा भाई है, जिनकी पढ़ाई सरकारी स्कूल सरकारी कॉलेज में हुई है. मैं इकलौता बेटा हूँ अपने घर का जिसकी पढ़ाई CBSE बोर्ड स्कूल में हुई है. क्लास 10-12 आई डिड गुड, स्कूल में भी अच्छा स्कोर आया. 2001 आई क्वालिफाइड IIT JEE एज वेल. और इसके बाद मैंने मरीन इंजीनियरिंग किया MBRA कोलकाता से. इसके बाद 2006 से 2010 मैंने ब्रिटिश पेट्रोलियम में वर्क किया है एज ए मरीन इंजीनियर ऑफिसर. वर्ल्ड वाइड ट्रैवल किया है मैंने. 2010 when I joined IMT Ghaziabad, उस समय मुझे पता चला कि देयर इज ए स्कॉलरशिप जो मुझे या मेरे भाइयों की पढ़ाई में हेल्प कर सकता था। जब ये चीज़ समझ में आई कि हाँ स्कॉलरशिप थी जो मुझे हेल्प कर सकती थी, और मेरे स्कूल की फ़ीस 350 रुपये महीने की थी, तो उस समय एक स्कॉलरशिप थी जो 500 रुपये महीने की आपको दे रही थी, तो मुझे लगा कि ये स्कॉलरशिप मुझे मिल जाता तो शायद मेरा छोटा भाई मेरे स्कूल में पढ़ सकता था। तो वहाँ ये फर्स्ट तो ये काफ़ी मुझे डिस्टर्ब रहा मेरे लिए, क्योंकि घर का सारा सेक्रीफाइस स्ट्रगल सिर्फ एक बच्चे की पढ़ाई में लगा दिया पूरे परिवार ने, माता पिता सारे भाइयों ने खूब सेक्रीफाइस किया। तो ये थोड़ा फीलिंग होती है ना कि मुझे बहुत मिला है, मुझे ज़रूरत से ज़्यादा दिया गया, मतलब बाकियों का हक से थोड़ा कम करके मुझे दिया गया ताकि मैं पढ़ सकूं। तो उस समय ये जब फीलिंग आई IMT गाज़ियाबाद में, जब मैं MBA कर रहा था, फर्स्ट ट्राइमेस्टर था मेरा, जुलाई अगस्त की बात कर रहा हूँ मैं, 2010 की। तो उसके बाद मुझे लगा कि आज की डेट में कितने ऐसे स्टूडेंट्स हैं जिनको टाइम पे स्कॉलरशिप की अवेयरनेस मिलती है। तो आज मैं बच्चों से बात करता हूँ तो मैं कहता हूँ अंतः प्रेरणा बहुत ज़रूरी है एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप में इंटर करने के लिए। बट उस समय ये अंतः प्रेरणा नहीं था, उस समय ये था कि हाँ मुझे इतना मिला है और मैं कैसे अपने भाइयों को या मेरे जैसे जो लाखों अदर फैमिलीज़ हैं जहाँ पे बच्चे स्ट्रगल कर रहे हैं उनको सपोर्ट करें। तो आई थिंक भगवान का आशीर्वाद है, समाज का आशीर्वाद है कि हम स्लोली एंड ग्रेजुअली धीरे धीरे हम यहाँ तक बढ़ गए। बट एज ए कंपनी सोच के नहीं बनाया था, एज ए विजन, एज ए मिशन सोच के बनाया था कि ये प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व होनी चाहिए, और वो हम अभी भी कर ही रहे हैं।
So like your inspiration, Ashutosh, we also have so many stories with us and change stories that Kotak Education Foundation has been part of. One such story is Shreya, and she is now the first CA from her community, and we are very proud at Kotak Graduate to be part of her journey and to be able to see her right from a student in school right up to her becoming a CA. And I think she's now set for life. So any such stories that you would also like to share? I'm sure you must have touched millions of lives like this.
2013, the first scholar is Nandini Bharti. She is from a very small village of Tamil Nadu. She is single mother child, and she is very high bright student, class 10, 12 school topper. She got full 100% Mahatma Gandhi scholarship to continue her BTech, engineering complete kiya. She got offer from NTU Singapore, Nanyang Technology University, one of the top engineering college, technical college in the world, and she went there for masters in aerospace. That time she approached Buddy4Study and drop a mail to us saying ki I got this offer, this is my credentials. Very happy and proud we are able to find a donor, a scholarship provider for her, and she able to complete her masters there. Apart from the moment she completed her masters, she worked with National Aerospace Laboratory in Bangalore, IIT Chennai. Then she worked with Defense of Singapore Defense, and then she got offered from University of Central Florida for her PhD. She went there for PhD. Parallel to PhD, she completed her double masters. She is the first Indian who is working under her internship under which there is a live nuclear reactor. हमने बस छोटा सा नज किया था उसके करियर में.
Very inspiring.
और वो आज कितना गिव बैक कर रही है अपने पोटेंशियल से.
Right.
Lot of publications, lot of research, pure scientific mindset, and the most, I reached out to her 2 years back and say, hey, I want to involve you in more Buddy4Study. Can you join us as a director? And she joined us.
Lovely.
So she is our independent director in our foundation.
Lovely.
And I'm saying that Nandini is not one. I think there are so many beautiful students who are under this journey of finding their true potential, and once they taste it or in the journey of more, they have so much to give back, so much to give back. They keep inspiring the entire Buddy4 entire society.
So I think Nandini, you mentioned was your first student.
First 2013 batch scholar.
Lovely. What's your family size now? What's Buddy4Study family size now?
So in terms of student community, even me and my wife say कि हम दो हमारे एक तुम्हारे नहीं, हम दो हमारे 1 करोड़. So in terms of registration, we have more than 1 crore student in Buddy4Study. But in terms of value creation and actually helping students, so we have unique 1,18,000 scholars. So this is my scholars as a family, but also we have 200 partners who are providing scholarships to these students. So of worth more than 600 crores, of fund which already been disbursed or in disbursing, and to another 250 crores to be disbursed in the next few years.
So these 200 partners and 1 lakh scholars, how do you get the right student to get the right and most suitable scholarship? Because that's something that we struggle a bit to ensure that every application that we get the brightest and the most deserving candidate at KEF to get the scholarship. So
this struggle is not
really
only for the scholarship provider, Arati. This struggle is also for the student side. I am applying for 1 scholarship, 2 scholarship, I am not getting, and these students are very, very deserving, very, very needy student, and for them it's like immediately I need to pay to the college, and every scholarship has its own selection criteria, preferences, eligibility parameters, and then selection process takes time. The student application number is always very high. So if we see in terms of कि मुझे scholarship मिलेगी क्या, what is the right opportunity for me? My answer to all of those students who are listening this podcast as well, that कि the more attempts you do, say for example like I always say कि अगर मुझे एक coin flip करना है, मुझे बताना कि head is my success, तो how much 100% confident you can say कि head आएगा? Okay. No, we cannot. It's a 50-50 chance, but I cannot give a guarantee कि मुझे मिल जाएगा. Head is my success. If you follow the main important things, timely application submissions, documents, and applying for various scholarships, the chances is very high.
Correct. But thanks to AI technology and all of this, I'm sure we can improve the speed of getting this scholarship, because sometimes we find that by waiting for the right candidate on our side, the process becomes very lengthy. The whole screening process becomes extremely lengthy. What AI technology are you implementing or working on to ensure that we can reduce this time?
So today if you are creating a profile on Buddy4Study, your profile parameter is tagged with all the eligibility parameters, all the active scholarships, and give you the suggestions. What are the potential scholarship you can apply, participate. We are also building a probability can also be as certain. If you score more than 95% marks, so your probability is slightly higher side, your family is this. Or there are various things which we can do based on our experience of managing hundreds of scholarship programs. In terms of how Buddy4Study or how any scholarship providers can utilize AI or to increase the efficiency, accuracy, speed of finding the scholar. So one of the things is the OCR technology, where the documents of the student, the moment they upload, that is being converted into text and read the details there, and accordingly they can suggest if the document is correct, not incorrect, blurred, etc. So real time student can get a notification on WhatsApp or email or notification on the web that you need this re-upload. So this is like simplifying. We don't need a person to sit there to go through each and every document to tell the student your document is incomplete or etc.
Some kind of robotics and OCR.
So that will phase 1. Correct. The phase 2 is the interview interactions. So there are so many AI tools are available today who can convert your video interaction recording or audio recording into the text and then build a intelligence to understand whether they are giving you the right answers or not. So when this video interactions we have automated, and now students are on their own space, comfort, they are providing the video interactions, submissions. Now AI can read them. Instead of persons are reading it, AI can read it, convert it, and then they can bring the best stories out from there. So
obviously this whole process is crunched in time.
Shrunk. And the quality is very high. Because every evaluator has their own subjectivity.
So does this also solve the problem of multiple scholarships reaching one person? Because that, I think, from a donor's perspective or a funder's perspective, all your founders would have that challenge and be very careful of multiple scholarships not reaching one student.
So this is also like our building up understanding about the scholarship world, the students' needs. So even we are supporting the funders' interest and preferences. So we also say कि हाँ एक scholarship को एक scholar को एक student को एक scholarship मिल गई, तो उस academy की उसको हम अलग कर देते हैं, बाकी scholars को बाकी students को opportunity मिलनी चाहिए. But now with the growing cost of education, where scholarship not catching up the same pace,
that is true.
So in this case, we have built a new scholarship policy which gives provision to the funders as well as the scholar. If your cost of education is say 100 rupees and your scholarship provided, you have selected, is below 80 rupees, 80%.
80%.
So you are still eligible to
okay.
apply for n number of scholarship, and if you are selected, then you will get the delta of the money as well from the different funders. And we are also enabling, educating the funders. You don't see this कि मेरे scholar है, उसको मैंने 10,000 रुपये दिया, 20,000 rupees दिया है, but उसकी need अगर 1 लाख है, 2 लाख है, professional course
that's a big gap.
तो you should come together. So like it's the ecosystem is conspiring कि एक student के cost of education 1 lakh, 1.5 lakh है, he should be given 1 lakh, 1.5 lakh rupees to continue the education.
So partners मान जाते हैं. Do they agree to this?
We are very happy and proud that partners are very, very positive, because the kind of stories coming out and the kind of I will say belief coming out that there are n number of community stakeholders coming together for one person's support, one student's success. So this success is for everyone.
That is true. The demand, I'm sure, is far, far higher, not in terms of only money, but just in terms of numbers. In India, I think when last I was reading on the National Scholarship Portal, it's just about 6.5 lakh scholarships, whereas the same number in US is about 17 lakh. You know, it's a humongous difference in numbers given our need versus their need. So I think the gap is just very, very large, and the more that our country through either CSR or as individuals or even the government can do, is there will still be more and more of a gap to kind of bridge. So how do you, at least at KEF, I think, you know, what I wanted to say, that we believe that the ripple that we are creating, just with few scholars, just with a few thousands of scholars, we want this ripple to become a tsunami, to become an India-wide movement. And how we are encouraging our scholars is that give back, you know, carry on, at least become mentors. Like recently we started this meet and greet chapters across the country. We had 4 meet and greet chapters. आप भी आए थे उस एक में. So we had across Delhi, Bombay, Hyderabad and Bangalore. And everybody was very keen, saying that, you know, the privilege that we have got, how can we build on it? Some alumni had also come. And what I told them is just that pass it on, you know, become mentors, start these meet and greet chapters where you stay, where you live, where you study, where you work, and stay connected. Because I think that's one of the way that, as I mentioned, this ripple can become like an India-wide movement.
Bilkul.
I'm sure that's also what you are talking about.
There are many points here which I want to highlight here. The first thing is definitely the scholarship space in India is very limited. Even the government's participation, state government, central government, agencies, corporations, CSR, individuals, philanthropy is there. However, the demand is so high. I am talking about in crores. School, college together, there are crores of students not able to continue their education. And one of the biggest reasons for them is dropping out or not continuing is because of the lack of financial resources for them. But there are few answers, there are few solutions which is already available, directly, indirectly. So one of them is like tuition fee waiver provided by each and every university and most of the AICT approved colleges, where they have mandated this 5% seats should be given as a 100% tuition fee waiver for a student whose family income is below 8 lakh rupees. Now just imagine 15,000 colleges having 5% seats, 100% tuition fee waiver. It's a huge number of lakhs of applications, lakhs of students can be supported. This is one angle. The other angle is like, instead of giving scholarship, which is a given, where the amount cannot go beyond a threshold limit of say 1 lakh, 1.5 lakh per year, there are many interest subsidy schemes, education loan schemes provided by the central government, state governments, where the student whose family income is below 4.5 lakh rupees, below 3 lakh rupees, or below 6 lakh rupees, can avail education loan at a very subsidized interest rate of say 4%, 2%, even 0%. There is a central sector interest subsidy scheme where a student have a family income below 4.5 lakh rupees can avail 10 lakh rupees of education loan at 0% interest rate for the entire education plus 1 year of moratorium. So all of these are coming together, and there are lakhs of students who are getting benefits. Somehow, somewhere, students are not aware about these opportunities. So Buddy4Study started as a scholarship platform. But now slowly and gradually we also realized that the demand in our ecosystem, Arati ma'am, last year we received 30 lakh applications for 50,000 seats. This year when we put a lot of I will say genuineness in terms of Aadhaar based application, etc. So this year we are receiving more than 15 lakh applications for 60,000 and 70,000 seats. Still, the ratio has become better than the previous year, but still,
gap is huge.
The gap is huge. 95-97% students are not getting any benefit.
Correct.
So now we are adding all education loan schemes, CSI scheme. I will say universities are being given support if they can attract meritorious deserving student in their campuses. So good college are good college because of the good quality of students they are taking inside their campus. And for them, they are also hungry. They are also, I will say, inspired to create such opportunities. So happy to say that yes, where right now the data is, but this ratio is improving year on year with lot of new kind of schemes are coming. We are also planning blended financing is there. FLDG models loans are also available. The revolving education fund, we call it Vidya Nidhi, a new concept where a student is getting the scholarship like a interest-free loan, and they can give back when they join and the beautiful part of scholarship is like there's no EMIs for the students. So in your case,
financial burden is something which we want to, while of course loans is a big thing in the country, but scholarships can reduce the financial burden on a student the minute they are getting into the career. That is one thing actually we are better off than US. In US, without getting an education loan, very few students can really get into, start their careers or get into university and then start their careers.
Or I am seeing this story coming. Whenever I met a scholar who got the scholarship and I asked him, what do you want to do with the money? The first question, can I use some part of it for my younger brother's education or younger sister's education? Can I? Well, personally, मैं बताऊँ. This is your money, this is your education. You first build yourself. This is the first priority of your funder, your family, you yourself. Once you reach to a certain stage, then do whatever you want. Nobody can going to stop you. Correct. But first build yourself. But this comes naturally. And I think as a part of, I always say, education का जो most fundamental need है ना, वो जो I will say fundamental essence है कि it should bring you empathy. It should bring you ethics. So I always say that for all of my scholars, all of my students, education without empathy or ethics is no education at all.
Exactly. That's what I call about holistic development, So it's not only the financial aid that a scholarship can provide, but along with the finance, what else does a holistic scholarship really involve? You completely hit it that, building the ethics and the development of the child. So one such way is mentoring. I think you also have a lot of mentors on the platform that support the scholar in, and create this bond with the scholar that helps them bridge the emotional gap. Right from a humble background, when they come into large colleges like the IITs and the All India Institute of Medical Sciences or even the NLUs, they are one amongst many. They feel, I think, somewhere shortchanged because they're coming from maybe a vernacular background education, while they're very intelligent. But the emotional barrier is something that not all of them can bridge. One way that we find that at KEF we have been able to bridge it is through the mentoring program or a finishing school program that we have that helps them with these other tools to become a good individual and ensure that while they are still grounded, they are able to be once amongst equals in their entire education group or cohort that they are.
But beyond this scholarship, this is like money is given to them, but beyond this there are so many other issues where the parents need to be counseled, where the student need to be counseling. They should get awareness about the right career opportunities, right admission process. There are so many students who are very high aptitude, very high caliber, but they never participate in say applying for JEE exam. They've missed the deadlines. And that case, or somebody say कि मेरे parents non-matric हैं, how can they teach me in IIT? So there is a counseling should happen to the student and the family both. Okay. So I kudos to KEF for your this home visit where your team members are going to the families and meeting the parents, talking with a shared interest कि आपका बच्चा ये जो मेरा स्कॉलर है वो कल को सक्सेसफुल हो रहा है या नहीं हो रहा है, उसमें क्या चैलेंज है, कहीं आपको तो कुछ सीखने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, क्या आपको समझने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. फॉर एज ए पेरेंट व्हेन आई वाज डूइंग गुड इन माय स्कूल, माय पेरेंट्स को लगता है सब बच्चा ऐसा ही कर रहा होगा, नथिंग न्यू अबाउट माय किड. वन वो आइंस्टीन ही क्यों निकल जाए, बट उसका पोटेंशियल बहुत हाई है, बट समवेयर समबडी शुड गो एंड मीट द पेरेंट्स, से नहीं आपका बच्चा स्पेशल है इन टर्म्स ऑफ टैलेंट्स, मेरिट. बट उस पोटेंशियल को नर्चर कैसे करना है, वो नर्चरिंग के लिए वो मेंटरिंग बहुत ज़रूरी है. So we are very happy and proud to see the way KEF is doing, and we are similar. We are also doing the same way, where lot of donors employ as a volunteers, giving their 1 hour every month for 6 to 8 months to listen each and every scholar's journey, aspiration, challenges, and then guide them. But so far we have not been able to reach to connect with the parents. So where I kudos to KEF, ki you are not only limited to the scholar, but the entire family and coaching them.
But I think there, no, we should encourage our entire alumni to be part of that kind circle.
Correct.
The kind circle platform that you have started. I think that is where, you know, every individual can become a mentor.
True.
Right? So how do we grow this community that every single scholar does have a mentor, does have somebody to connect with, the family has somebody to chat with when they have a concern, etc.
So kind circle is a unique way. We have been thinking of this idea for last 7 years. 2017 we started this thought कि we should create a circle of kindness, where anyone to everyone, or with shared interest of giving back or connecting to the youth with their best interest in the mind, not कि मुझे क्या मिल रहा है. So kindness defines as like selfless compassionate action. We call it karuna. कि it should be action, it should be compassionate, it should be selfless. कि मुझे टैक्स बेनिफिट मिल रहा है इसलिए मैं डोनेट करूँगा, नहीं. मैं कुछ नहीं, मैं बस बोल रहा हूँ, नहीं, आपको एक्शन लेना है. So this kind circle enables every individual or group of individuals to come together, create your circle of kindness, involve your friends and family, discover and disburse the fund directly to the student account, and also become a mentor to them for a lifetime, not like 1 year, 1 month, 6 months. So we also need to create some ecosystem so that giving back mindset, this inspiration, this spirit should not be evaporated. So
exactly, you and me are just a ripple in the ocean. So Ashutosh, you know, like we were talking about the kind circle and giving back and how important mentoring is all about. I'll speak of one story in our junior scholarship. You know, as the 12th standard boards start coming near, a lot of them start panicking, because during their 11th and 12th, a lot of the science students are only focusing on preparing for their entrance exams. But when we tell them and guide them that, you know, 12th standard exams are also important, they start panicking and saying, अच्छा यहाँ पे अगर percentage नहीं आया तो मेरा IIT भी जाएगा. So one such story was Isha. You know, she stopped actually answering her mentor's calls. She stopped, attending our engagement sessions. So when the home visit happened and the field staff went and met the family, they found her very secluded, absolutely scared, isolated, just lying on a bed. We realized that, you know, her father, who was so far looking after her, had left for the village, and now only her brother was looking at her. And nobody was really caring. That's when this came back to the mentor went to her house, met her, counseled her, and tried to bring her and draw her back to the education path. It not only needed the mentor's support, but we actually then reached out for external counseling as well. We brought her to our office. We kind of, you know, had external counsels coming and educating her on how important it was for her to stick to the path of giving the exam at least. And today, I can tell you that she has gone and cleared, or at least attempted the entire 12th standard board exam, including of the fact that, you know, in one such case, the mentor had to go for one exam and take her to the examination hall and ensure that she's done it. But at least she had that belief that, so this kind of mentoring and connect that the mentor is able to establish is sometimes even beyond the family. आपका कोई story है क्या सर ऐसा?
Arati, so a role of mentor is very, very high. There are many times I have seen mentors who come out from their comfort zone to take more engagement with the scholar, because many times scholars go through some very, very rough patches of their lives. There is just so many of statistics around it. The students who have got mentored by the people who have been successful in their life, the chance of getting successful for these students in their own space is much, much higher, because the recipe of being successful, to be a true human being, to giving back to the community, to be the humility, So a mentor teach all of these things. So there are a lot of unlearning happens for the student so that they can go focused with their potential. There are a lot of equally, I will say, learning for the mentors. When they connect with the student, they see out of so many of challenges, this student is still up and running. This student is still going one step ahead towards their dreams. So I will say that mentoring is something where both the party, mentor and mentee, both learn and become a better human being, which is like bringing a lot of hope to the community and the society.
We can definitely mentor them on resilience and growth and determination and grit, but at the same point of time to really get the right inputs to grow their careers, we have expert mentors empaneled as volunteers. So we have tech experts, we have lawyers from various institutes who again come and guide them on what kind of courses, what kind of competitions they should enter, or how to develop their resume to ensure that they can get the best opportunity as well. Let's go back to the beginning of the conversation, Ashutosh. Let me hear more about the leader or the individual Ashutosh.
So I never feel myself as a leader. I always feel like there are so many more talented people around me. There are so much of more experienced, wise people around me. So when I say myself leader means I come automatically above them. So I don't see myself as a leader. What I see myself is like a person who comes with very, very humble background. I always believe this Vidya Dadati Vinyam. The knowledge brings you humility. And this whole philosophy of so Vidya Dadati Vinyam, Vinyadyati Patratam, Patratva Dharmapnoti, Dhana Dharma Tatha Sukham. So being happy, the first step starts from the knowledge, and then the second step is being the humble, humility. So we always feel that there is a scholar sitting here in between us who is listening us. So we ensure that the best interest of the scholar is being taken care of throughout our each and every conversation, discussion, whatever we are doing. If we are not able to answer this scholar, a scholar chair, then we will not take the decision. So this is one philosophy of Buddy4Study.
Absolutely, humility. On ground, everything for the beneficiary, for the scholar, and only if you're so humble can you really think that way. I think that's what my mom also says. जितना भी ऊंचा क्यों ना उड़ो, पाँव ज़मीन पे रहने दो. That's really truly what I think will make a great human being, and really privileged to know you as a human being, Ashutosh.
Thank you, ma'am. It's all like so much of I have received from where I come and where I am today right now. I think this is all because of blessings of good people around me. I think all the challenges whatever come to us, obstacles, I think this is again भगवान का अपना तरीका है हमें सिखाने का. और I think we are just trying to learn from there.
So great knowing you as a human being. But some very quick questions and rapid fire to you. Okay, just before we end this. If you were not an entrepreneur, what would you be?
Obvious school teacher or college professor.
I would have said the same thing, Ashutosh.
I am trying my best to start with the college professor, so I am visiting faculty. I am trying to be a visiting faculty to a few colleges.
Great.
But bigger aim is to become a school teacher, where the magic happens.
Where the magic happens, absolutely. Tea or coffee?
Tea, always.
Always. One historical figure you would want to have dinner with?
So this is for last 13 years with me. So I am very high admirer of Acharya Chanakya, Vishnugupta Chanakya, who authored Arthashastra. So how he is a teacher, he built a insignificant, invisible youth into the emperor of the great India, the first emperor of great India. So this journey, so what a teacher can do for the society, and with one kid. So I really want to learn from him how he bring all of them together to build the entire empire without being the king. So Acharya Chanakya, always.
Great. One last thing. If scholarship is the answer to bridge the gap, or is there something beyond for India to really become the next global power?
I think bringing the opportunities to every student level, especially opportunity in terms of education, admissions, good college access, quality education. I think education itself is empowering. The only one matrix where we need to work upon is how to increase the GR, gross enrollment ratio in colleges, from 28.4 today to say 60-70%. Why not? if we increase this, nobody can stop us.
On that note, I would like to really thank you for being with us today. And it's been such a great time that I've had just listening to here. I could go on and on.
I will say message from Ashutosh to all the listeners is two things. For the student community, you are Bharat Bhagya Vidhata. Take this responsibility on your shoulder whenever you go out and meet people. Nobody can stop your dreams if you are not giving up. And there are enough number of opportunities waiting for you to unlock. You just need to go and touch them, nudge them. Don't stop because somebody has said ki it's not there for you. It's for you. If you have the dream, protect it. Go for it. And the second, for the society. You are the soil of this seed. Scholars, students are the seeds everywhere. You need to be a fertilized soil to make this seed to become a tree. And a tree for decades to give back to the community, whether it's in terms of shadow, shelter, fruits, anything to everything, or oxygen, life oxygen.
That's really nice. I think on that note, to our listeners, become the fertilizer. If you want to change the whole world, you can change the whole world for one person by giving one scholarship. Keep listening to us and tuning in to KEF Karvaan. Thank you so much.